Hi everybody, it's John Watkins. A little over a week ago, Margaret and I spent 2 days in Yellowstone National Park as part of a larger trip. We'd planned this trip months ago, and as you know, there was extensive flooding in Yellowstone in June. And we were curious as to what we'd find after the flooding, and we're going to show you what we found in this video. We came into Yellowstone from Grand Teton National Park through the south entrance, and the road from Grand Teton into Yellowstone did have some construction on it that we had to wait for. If you know the road system in Yellowstone, it's basically a figure eight. We found that the roads were in pretty good condition except for a stretch between West Thumb and Old Faithful on the lower loop. In terms of services, most of them on the south loop were open. They weren't always fully available, but they were generally there. And come along and we'll show you what we found. Now remember, if you're going to Yellowstone, be sure to check the conditions before you go, because more construction's planned and the conditions will vary. And remember, once you get there, there's very little cell service or internet service in the park. Come along with us and we'll show you what we found. Well, it's Saturday and we made it to Yellowstone, and we are here near the Old Faithful Inn, which you can see in the background with the flags flying, and there's a geyser pool right here. Not marked, but you can see it steaming. Here we are at the Old Faithful Lodge. We're in. Oh look! Walked up here, and there's Old Faithful doing its thing. Pure happenstance. We'll go on for several minutes. Kind of winding down, it looks like. And this is the lobby of the Old Faithful Inn, which is many years old and started the national park architecture trend. As you can see, even though the park's not that crowded, it's pretty busy in here right now after the eruption of good Old Faithful. This is the Black Sand Basin area, which is right near Old Faithful. We've never been here before, but it's right before sunset, and look at all the activity here. Just an amazing amount of geyser activity. Lots of boardwalks you can take. Pretty amazing. And this is what the Black Sand Geyser Basin looks like under the stars. And we're here at the Flood Geyser Overlook. This gives you a really good idea of just classic Yellowstone vista with the steam rising from the geysers, the sort of low-rising mountains, and then the plains, the flood. Right down here, there's I guess that's the Flood Geyser. We came back at night to shoot the Milky Way. We heard some gurgling, and darned if the Flood Geyser didn't go off. It was pretty amazing. Well, we are here at Midway Geyser Basin, which is where the Grand Prismatic Spring, some renown is, and this is the Excelsior Basin. You can see it steams like crazy. And this is the Grand Prismatic Spring. Unfortunately, given the lighting conditions, we're not having a whole lot of luck capturing the blue color that it's known for. And here's a little bit more. Light's getting a little bit better. Steam still rising. Kind of blowing toward us right now. You can see a little bit more of the blue color in this photograph. Gibbon Falls at Yellowstone, which is easily accessed. It's just right off of the road that is kind of the top of the lower loop of the figure 8 that makes up the Yellowstone system. Let me show you, see the river flowing down here. Valley. It's and back to the main falls. We are here at the Norris Geyser Basin, which is just pretty amazing. It's vast. You can see the walkway down there. You can take a long loop or a relatively short loop, or just come up to this viewpoint and take it all in. I'm not sure we've stopped here before, even though we've been to Yellowstone many times, but if we didn't, we sure did miss something. This is amazing. And we just wanted to show you Congress Pool, which is perhaps one of the least impressive features we've seen in Yellowstone. Aptly named, I would say. This is more of the Norris Basin. You can see that some of the little areas are bubbling up, others are steaming. Some of them are blue, these pools, and you can see all kinds of different colors. This is called the Porcelain Basin, and I think that's probably because of the white color out there, but there's, you know, just so many different shades of brown and orange and little green, and some of these pools blue. This is the water flowing down to multiple levels of rapids and small waterfalls before it gets to the big upper falls. Pretty impressive here. Even better when you see it go over the big falls. And here you have it. The view of the falls rushing over. You probably see the rainbow a little better. We are at the brink of the upper falls at Yellowstone. You can see the water's cascading down. You can't see the water too well, but there's a rainbow created. And then up here on the other side, you can see there's an overlook on the other side. This is Lookout Point in the Grand Lower Falls of the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. It is really windy out here today, kind of overcast, at least for now. And it is a magnificent sight. Go over here to the other side. You can see where the name Yellowstone comes from. Because the stone is really this kind of golden color of yellow. The canyon just goes a long way down. This is probably in my opinion, the best lookout. It's really easy to get to. There's a parking lot. There's kind of short little walk. I wouldn't even call it a hike, but a short hike to walk up. It gives you this view, which is just, you know, just amazing. It's also a good place for night sky photography.
We came back at around midnight to shoot the Milky Way at the falls. It was absolutely amazing.
So here we go. This is a very common sight in the, we got to see that in the Hayden Valley. That was a lone buffalo on the side of the road. Normally they're in group. This is probably one of the most iconic views of the Hayden Valley. You see the river making a beautiful S-bend there. This is taken late in the afternoon, after 4:30. Light's pretty good. Makes a pretty picture. A lot of times you'll see this stop, or along the way you'll see bison or elk, and you know, it's a great place to see wildlife, but it's hit or miss. You don't always get a beautiful place. So that's what we found on the lower loop. Again, if you're going, be sure to check conditions before you go. On the next video, we'll show you what we found on the upper loop. Thanks for watching.